Welcome, everybody. This is William Todd, and I'll be introducing Mr. Marty Jeffrey shortly. It's a great pleasure to have you listening today. I have had the distinct pleasure of having a bird's eye view for over 20 years in the network marketing and multi-level marketing industry. Had tremendous results in over 20 countries around the world. And it dawned on me in just a couple months ago that this industry was about ready to go through some very turbulent times. A lot of regulatory agencies had started to ask a lot of questions and start to influence several fines on several companies for the way that they were conducting business. And I said to myself, boy, this is change is happening right before me. A good friend of mine said to me, change is inevitable, and it was happening. And just a few short weeks ago, I actually left the industry of network marketing and multi-level marketing. As I said before, I was grateful for all the great results and all the relationships that I had the pleasure of being a part of. But Dolly Parton mentioned something in a quote years ago. She said, if you're not happy with the path you're currently on, pave a new one. And that's exactly what you're going to be witnessing here today as we go through the marketing brief of 2016 for the Brilliantz Corporation. One of the other mentors of mine, Bob Proctor, had taught me that whenever you have any weaknesses in any areas, surround yourself with smarter people that know exactly what is the answers to the questions that you have. In the coming weeks and coming months, you're going to be learning about a village of individuals that we've put together, from financial experts to IT experts to customer-centric focused experts. But probably the most important expert that I think is key to any business is marketing. And that's why I'd like to take this opportunity right now to introduce everybody to Marty Jeffrey, very good friend of mine, a 45-year marketing veteran. He began his career as a broadcaster, but his entrepreneurial core eventually drove him to step away. He worked inside of Washington, D.C. with new British-based corporation technologies that were being introduced to the U.S. and fought through those lobbies and regulations and came out the other side of it just excited about the potential of leading edge technology and concepts towards a customer-centric focus, and especially around the idea of mentoring others towards the proper attitudes to have in any sales environment. He mentors many, many people around the world. I happen to be one of those, and I'm grateful for that. But he hails from the great country of Canada in Richmond, BC. He has 4 children, and he lives with his life partner, Carrie, for the past 14 years. But he is the man behind the Brilliantz campaign, and it's my pleasure to introduce him here today, Mr. Marty Jeffrey. Take it away, Marty.
William, thank you. Thank you for that great introduction. And hi, everybody. As William said, we're looking for a few like-minded people. So if you've been invited onto this call, it's very likely that you, like us, have got some things that you need to deal with in terms of, the way the economy is going. The global economy has turned everything upside down. We're not doing the manufacturing model anymore. So if you agree that it's time we rethink the way we do business, this is probably going to be a great call for you. If you also think that it matters what we sell and how we treat our customers, I think you'll find this presentation is going to suit you very well. And I also know that a large number of us today have come to realize that the real value of any corporation is its people. So we have developed a model, a place that fits somewhere between network marketing and franchising. Now, like it, hate it, doesn't matter if you dislike franchising or hate MLM. It doesn't matter, because you can't argue with the fact that these businesses have had huge amounts of success. Over the last century, they've done many things right. And recent history is starting to prove that they have now done many things wrong. This simple chart that you see in front of you is the space that the company called Brilliantz will occupy. And as you see, it is exactly between MLM and franchising. Now, when you look at either of these, they haven't done everything wrong, but there are problems. For example, for everyman, the high cost of initial investment keeps almost everyone out of franchising. There's escalating franchise fees. Income is limited to a franchise territory. There's forced participation in ad campaigns and corporate programs. You can't expand when you want to, but you could be forced to expand purchase locations that were around you to protect your income. The corporate image can take a beating. We're seeing that with companies like McDonald's. Now they're changing everything they're doing. And the area you're in can have a disparity, for example, some sort of a business failure. And if you're in a high-priced, high-power franchise in downtown Buffalo when there was trouble there, that's not a fun place to be. Corporate has all of the power regarding your viability. There's no control of the business location, and you have no recourse if opposition moves in. That's the bad news. The good news with franchising is they have a clear-cut operating system, corporate support, corporate experience, tested products. They have a high-value customer attitude. There's only one markup, and you can earn money as well as profit share. Excellent training in almost all franchises. There's great rewards and incentives, and the business is viable. So let's go over to MLM and just understand what it is that is why they're struggling right now. And it starts with the pay plans. They're so complicated. You have to have some sort of a aerospace aviation degree to understand how half of these plans work. There's a definite lack of support. There's unproven training and very little follow-up. Almost no corporate advertising and support. And most recently, the government scrutiny regarding pyramiding is driving a lot of companies against the wall. Recently, a very large network staple, a big company, was fined $200 million for putting the recruiting model ahead of actually selling product, shipping and warranty problems. Very few people in network marketing make a lot of money, just the ones at the top. And there's terrible confusion over who's the customer. Is it the distributor? That's who they pay all their attention to, or is it the person, the end user? That creates poor service and support. Upline support can be, very irregular to non-existent. And frankly, so many times there's overpriced products and services because there are so many people to pay. That's all negative. Now, here's the good news. Low startup cost, almost anybody can get started into a business like that. They have historically been innovators in the product lines. They have unlimited territory. You can expand in an unlimited way. There's no monthly franchise fee, no quota imposed. Achievement is recognized. You are your own boss. Personal growth encouraged, and that customer base is exponential. I mean, beyond that, it is the growth of your customer base is exponential. That just means you're not trapped in any single market. So the brilliant idea is to take only the good, to use what's right from each side. For example, in franchising, let's take that clear-cut operating system and let's keep that low-cost startup from the MLM. It's never been seen before. Brilliantz is occupying a brand new place. And there's no reason, unless you're anchored into one idea or the other, to accept the status quo. Brilliantz is designed to benefit from what's been learned and to occupy a space that's neither classic MLM or old school franchising. So now, if we agree that's a different business model, let's talk a little bit about selling something that matters, something of value. You've seen this factoid on the screen. Americans, actually people all over the world for that matter, are looking for healthy, better for you alternatives to things like carbonated soft drinks. The US bottled water category reaching unprecedented heights. Sales of bottled water increased 6.4% again last year to top $15 billion in 2015. And that rapid pace is expected to continue through 2020 with projected sales growth of 34.7% for the category. I mean, are these guys onto something? Have they developed something wonderfully different? No. The bottlers didn't invent water. They haven't even improved water, for that matter. but they do give the impression of a better for you water product. I mean, that's the gold standard in marketing. If you can find something that people want and need, and you can provide it. So think about this. From everything we've seen so far tonight, obviously we care very much about the water we drink, and we are willing to pay to get what we want. Second thing to understand is that means that Brilliantz is not on the bleeding edge. We are on the leading edge of a massive marketing opportunity. If we truly care about what we're selling, we can get the real solution to the water question. And that is why the Brilliant team has spent years learning about water. The best choice, which is just taking a foothold in North America and Europe, the best choice for our customers is hydrogen water. This is the hydrogen decade. So let's just stop here for a minute and say first things first. What's hydrogen? Well, it's an atom. We all know that. Hydrogen consists of one proton and one electron. It is the simplest, most abundant element in the universe. Now, Brilliant products generate H2, in other words, two hydrogen atoms that are now bonded, which makes it a big deal because the human body loves this stuff. I'll tell you why. There's a very specialized antioxidant that's developed that goes against the hydroxyl, all the hydroxyls that are in your body. Nothing else is targeted against those radicals, the hydroxyl radicals. Nothing works like H2 water, which is why over the last decade, sales of H2 products in Japan, about a fifth the size of population of just the US, sales went from $0 to $1 billion in the last decade. China and Korea are also seeing massive growth in molecular hydrogen technology. And the US and European markets are just waking up. This is because there are more than 700 scientific studies and evidence of the false myths surrounding the benefits of alkaline water. People are ready for the truth. Therapeutic molecular hydrogen works. One report I saw was on a thing called adenosine, the triphosphate. And again, I'm not a scientist, I'm not a biology freak or anything like that, but I, for some reason, remembered that this thing they call ATP is the energy currency, the fuel of the mitochondria, the power plants that are in our bodies. They require this fuel to operate. And this study that was released said that these hydrogen molecules, the smallest molecules that we know, can actually diffuse themselves right into the ATP. That's something very big from something very small. Just imagine all the places that can be reached in your body at the subcellular level. So the brilliant idea is to provide a group of products at competitive pricing that deliver significant amounts of therapeutic hydrogen. Again, the reports are saying anti-inflammatory, gene expression, anti-allergic effects, anti-cellular death, increased metabolism, increased body antioxidants. The list goes on and on and on. So our products produce therapeutic hydrogen. We've taken the time to test a number of innovative products from around the world, our commitment being to provide the highest value for the best price. It's not to say that we will have the most expensive equipment on the market. We won't. People aren't ready for that yet. But our products will generate significant amounts of therapeutic H2. And with the over 1,600 scientists working around the world, they will continue to confirm the power of H2 water. This will become mainstream as we use social media and other ways to develop the consciousness that will come underneath the wave that's about to hit. Just want to point out a couple of things on the screen here. First of all, the hydrogen infusion machine 2, the countertop model. That machine not only produces H2, it also has a brilliant filtering system in it as well. So this is another way to make sure that your family's water is clean. There's a brilliant shower head. There are fundamental magnesium tabs that you can put in any water bottle, and it will create hydrogen when you're away from home. Or why not take this little Go unit, This is an amazing hydrogen generator that you hold in your hand. You can take it with you. It's rechargeable. Brilliant products. Brilliant products, just of a big change that's coming. So what about the people? We've now looked at the fact that we have a business that is, centered between two powerhouse industries, but has only the best characteristics of both. And we have established that these products are both needed and now available. What about the people? Well, what did we take from franchising? Well, one of the first things we took was that they have an operating system, a repeatable, trustworthy operating system from people who know, and that's the Brilliantz system. It starts with attitude. Here's the thing you won't see in any MLM that I know of. You have to pass a test in order to become an agent at Brilliant. You have to understand how this works so that you can explain it to your customers. We don't want people making it up as they go. You're going to be exposed to one of the most brilliant communication systems I've ever seen. This will track, this will communicate, this will help you send your business cards around. Fabulous communication system to drive your brilliant business. Now, you may decide that you just want to sell a few products. It's a part-time thing for you. Great. We've priced it so that you can actually make a decent living doing that. But we would hope that eventually you would hope to open your own certified business center and become a hub for what we call branch affiliates. Colleagues that you will teach this business, that you will help, that you will mentor, that you will continue to have a relationship with, because they will pay you 12% of their profit for doing that. And not only that, you're going to enter into something it's unheard of really in both franchising and the MLM world, and that's profit sharing. There is a profit sharing pool that you will now have access to as a result of becoming a business center. Now, this is all very nice to talk about, but many people say, I can't do that stuff. That's why we start with attitude. You're going to be mentored. There's teaching. We will teach you how to maintain a peaceful lifestyle as a part of that brilliant training. This course was developed over the last 20 years, has a 96% approval rating by course attendees. And this course will also teach you 5 consumer-centric principles that will help you really serve your customers with an effective sales toolbox. I love the fact that one of the first things you learn are these little concepts. My brilliant attitude is a manifestation, something that's brought into reality of my thoughts, my feelings, and my actions, my brilliant attitude. And my results are inseparable. They follow one another, like night follows day. Everybody starts the same. We all do the same paperwork. We pay $100. Remember what we got from MLM? Easy to enter. That's not $1 million to buy a franchise. It's $100. Then you're going to pass that H2 exam. It's not easy, but we have the people to train you and get you through. And you can take it a number of times until you pass. And as you progress past that first level of certification, you will take the Brilliantz Attitude 21 training to prepare for the real growth, which will teach you how to get 5 retail customers into orbit as the foundation, sales upon which you receive 28%. And once you've done that, you will have the expertise to teach others how to do that. We're going to suggest you add branches. You build a foundation business, that's great. Now you know how to add an affiliate, and you'll receive 12% of each affiliate branch sales volume. And when you have 5 affiliates, you become a certified business center with access to the profit sharing pool. No levels, no paper to pay, no ranks. If you choose to come into the Brilliant business and just do nothing more than serve customers near and around you, you can do that. You'll thrive doing that. But it would be a good idea if you took on the next challenge to become a Brilliantz certified business center. Here's what it really looks like. And think of the logic of this with all we've talked about, with the inability in other business forms to expand, to grow at will. Here you are, for example, if you're in the middle of heartland of the United States of America and you're in a small town, your opportunities right now are limited, are they not? Especially if the manufacturing plant has pulled out. Well, imagine being able to open affiliate branches in any state you choose. That means that you could have money coming in from metropolitan centers, and other areas. You can reach as far as the Brilliantz model goes. You do that a number of times and you're going to really create yourself a fantastic income. 12% of every single branch affiliate. Don't forget too, they're still making 20%, 28% on everything they sell. And the little star on the side there indicates that they have not given up the opportunity to become a certified business center. In fact, we encourage that they do. The only thing they're going to share with you is on the personal sales, that you will give them support and training on. So it's all to do with business. This is not sleight of hand or recruiting. This is real business. Earn 12% residuals and entry into that profit pool. What does that mean? It means that now, instead of just working in your own organization, you're going to help anybody, anywhere in the Brilliantz Corporation, because it's your company, it's your profit share. The higher the profits of the total company go, the more you're going to make out of your profit sharing plan. So it makes sense to reach out and help and stabilize others. If you really love to learn and to teach, why not go all the way? Create a master business center. And this is simply done by you becoming a qualified business center who then has 5, and now you have 10 branch affiliates, and a minimum of 5 of those branch affiliates become certified business centers. This is something that we all look for. If you want to master what you're doing, you need the recognition. Yes, you will increase your residual. Yes, you will greatly increase the number of points you have in the profit sharing pool. But by the time you've reached this level in terms of attitude and growth, we want to hear from you at the national events. And we want an opportunity to have someone like you sit on the Brilliantz Advisory Board and Steering Committee. This is a company that's all about growth and recognition. And so we're hoping each February that you will join us somewhere warm in the world, where we will be presenting what I hope will be the biggest checks ever seen in the industry. And again, you determine how much of that pool you receive. Everybody has an absolutely equal chance. You will see these published guidelines and milestones on ways you can increase your share. This is truly a new space. The Brilliantz name is a play on the word brilliance, obviously, but in a single word, it's our mission statement. To live up to our collective mission will require brilliant products, brilliant customer service, brilliant training and motivation. I don't know who invited you on this call or why you're here tonight, but I hope you'll take all this very seriously and get a hold of the person that invited you to talk to them about getting involved with us as we build something truly brilliant in a brand new business space. William, thank you very much, and back to you.
Thank you very much, Marty Jeffrey, and thank you again to the listener, wherever you are in the world. You've just seen a brilliant presentation, and if you would like more information, as Marty said, you can go to brilliantz.com, and there's contact information there, or you can get back with the person that invited you to view this, and they will assist you on learning about the Brilliantz that's going to be forthcoming in your community. We look forward to welcoming you to our family. Marty, thank you very much.